Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
My voice is clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So let us wait for a few more minutes because people are joining.
Okay.
You know how many are there in the class? In your class? Because already 89 have joined and few are still joining. Any idea of what is your strength?
It's around 500 members, ma'am.
Around 500. Okay. All the 500 will be joining?
No, ma'am. Only 98 attendance.
Yeah, 98 has joined. Somebody has raised the hand. Kindly come in your register number so that we can see that you are a student. Okay, I
Yeah.
cannot know whether other people are joining because simply we allow them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody has raised their hands. Yes, ma. What is the need? Yes. I have loved everyone. Yes, why people have raised their hand, ma? Like Kavya and Manoj Kumar and few other people. Any queries we have? No? Manoj Kumar. Kindly see through it that you have muted your mic, right? Because it is a Saturday and Sunday. IT companies, just now I said, IT companies have holidays.
மா
They
என்
don't.
தலைக்கு என்ன போடுறேன்னியம்மா
Jai Sri, kindly mute it.
கேக்கல மருதாணி போடுறது இருந்தா என்ன வேணாம் ஹே
Yeah. Yeah, good morning. My kind request is kindly check whether you have muted, right? I know people are there in family or have the classes. I know the difficulty. I can understand, but kindly mute it. Any urgent work you can attend because we know that how the online classes will be, right? So those who are interested, you can attend. Okay, and I'm going to handle the paper artificial intelligence. Okay, have I handled any paper for you? Is it your cloud computing over? Yes?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. But your academic year, right? 822 is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Still people are joining. Just few more minutes. So today and tomorrow we have classes from 10 to 1. And before that, if you have any group, it is okay. And any one of you, it's not all who might be leading the group, right? Send me your mail ID and your number, either one or two, not all together, right? So you can send that so that I can give you the notes of all these 5 units in your artificial intelligence. Is it okay? I think this is my third year of handling the AI. I think so, third or fourth year. Okay, I can provide you with all the 5 units. How much possible to get the notes? I've prepared that and I'll give it to you. And people said it was useful. Okay. Kindly respond if I'm asking something so that I need not wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Anyone?
Okay,
Anyone?
ma'am.
Okay, so at the after the meet, any one of you, right? And in the chat, let me give my number. what I've given is my WhatsApp number 98413-10242, and I give you the mail ID, and one of you send me a request, okay, mentioning that university student need your AI notes, right? Kindly, already my inbox, everything is, I'm out of storage. So kindly, any one or two, right? If you have two different groups, it is okay. At least one or two alone, send me a request. I'll send the notes to them. Okay? And take out my WhatsApp number. I'm Mrs. Vijaya. I'm from, okay, let it be. Okay. I'm handling classes in the IDE. Okay, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
People are still there in the lobby. So let me share. And one more thing is, kindly join immediately, because once I enter into this, I'll be utilizing my screen. Again, I have to come back and check admit people. So it is shifting here and there, okay, and it takes time. 1 minute. Fine, let me share. Able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
the
ma'am.
same?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is an AA syllabus. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you see my syllabus?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, fine. So here, this is your syllabus for the AI. So it is, what to say, this is not like you have the different concepts, you can write things of your own, right? And it is somewhat vague, and you know that the AI is booming. Okay, so what people are learning is entirely different. It's only a theory part, and some logics you'll be learning this. Okay, so how far I could get the notes, I've got it, and I'll be presenting it and giving it to you, right? So the first unit will be looking into the basics, the history, and then what are the benefits and what are the different application areas of this, and then we'll be mainly after all the basic things, we'll be looking into the agent and the environments. So what is the structure of the agent and all that, and in the second unit we have the searching problems. Okay, and uninformed and informed. So we'll be working with some of the algorithms, right? And in the third unit, it is local search and optimization problems we'll be using, and a few things are important like alpha beta pruning, and then forward and backward pruning, Monte Carlo tree search. All these things are important. And then the fourth unit, we have some constraints, right? And then we'll be having the proportional logic, first order, second order logic, like that we'll be learning. And main thing here is, and you should be learning this the proportional theorem, right? And first order, second order logic will be there. And then main thing here is the forward chaining and backward chaining. You are able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Yes,
saying?
ma'am.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
PPT.
Yes, ma'am. It's
It's a
PPT, ma'am.
PPT. Yeah, okay, ma. Before I start, is there anyone in the lobby?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's my screen visible, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think about AI? So it is booming. Few might be working in that before going into these notes, right? Any idea about what is an AI? Basic thing. So what do you mean? So from the subject, you can split that into two, right? What is intelligence? What is intelligent? People are there, or I'm out of the
Yes,
meet.
ma'am.
Yeah, what is intelligence, ma?
Artificial intelligence is about which system cannot
Yes.
do, human cannot do, robotics can do, ma'am.
Okay, but I'm asking what is intelligence?
It is the capability to do the work simply
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Capable of doing things right. Okay, so that is intelligence. Anyone can do the work, but when you have much more knowledge and intelligence, you can do the work right. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is artificial?
Man-made things.
What is
Man-made
artificial?
things. Man-made things.
Man-made things. Okay, which is not real, right? But see, as a human being, we can think it is natural. It is not artificial. Am I right? But when you make the
Yes, ma'am.
machines to act, right, by giving some intelligence, then it is your artificial. They don't, by nature, they don't have any intelligence, either a robot or even your system. Am I right? So you're making them to work. So you're writing a program and giving commands for the system, for the software to work, right? It is you who's giving command to work, make the system work, right? Do the things. Similar way, even the robot will be programmed. So it is the human being who is making the machine to work like human being. Yes, there are not in I don't know how far in India, but in abroad you can see many robots are performing so many works. So it is made intelligent by the human beings. So now just conclude that whether humans are more intelligent or the machines are more intelligent. In what way? Till people join or 5 more minutes, people keep on joining. Some may have a network problem. That is why I just think and I'll rush up with the syllabus. Don't worry. Yes. Who are more intelligent? Either the human beings or the robots. என்ன கேக்குறீங்க?
Robots are more intelligent than
Robots
human.
are
Robots are
robots are intelligent. How? Justify me. Justify me.
Human.
Who said robots are intelligent? Justify
Work
me.
more.
Humans are
Emma?
intelligent, ma'am. I think
Ah,
humans are intelligent.
humans are
Human created robots,
yes.
but robots are fast and accurate.
Yeah, that is the word. Accurate. They can do things right. Right. Whatever they are meant for. Right. We just usually we say human errors. Okay, but once the machine is made to work in some way, it will do that perfectly without any mistakes for what they are intended. என்ன purpose காக அந்த ரோபோவை நம்ம create பண்ணிருக்கோமோ that work it will do it perfectly. right? But it has to be made intelligent by the human being. Okay, we'll get tired, but the robots, will they get tired? Yes, they too, because it has to be charged, right? Okay, fine. So shall we start? So here, what is artificial? So first, a few things are, what is about the artificial intelligence? So what is artificial intelligence? Making the computers that think. So you can say even robot is a computer, right? A model of computer that is made to think, and you are going to automate all the activities. So how we are the human think, like they can learn, they can make decisions like that. So you are going to create the machines, so they will always perform the functions. Okay, but they require intelligence when performed by the people. So you're going to study on mental faculties through the use of computational models. So we use the term computational models. So it is only the study of computations. You can perceive, reason, and act. What do you mean by perceive? Perceive.
To get something or possess it.
Yeah. Thing might be common, but in which angle you look into it, in which way you observe that, that is called as perceive. So these three things are more important. Repeatedly, you'll be using these terms. Okay. So here, it is a field of study. Your artificial intelligence. You can explain and emulate the intelligent behavior. So everything is in terms of computational process. So it is a branch of computer science. So it is, you are going to automate of your intelligent behavior. So anything in computer science that we don't yet know how to do it properly. So here we have a figure. So you have 8 definitions of this AI. It is given in 2 dimensions. Okay. And the top will be concerned with thought process and the reasoning, and the bottom address will be behavior. So the left will measure the success, okay, in terms of fidelity to human performance. Right will measure the performance, ideal performance measure, that is rationality. So when you say rational, it means doing the things. Okay. This is the diagram here. Okay, system that think like humans, system that think rationally, system that act like humans, system that act rationally. Okay, humans, rational, thought, how do they think, right? And then the behavior. Okay, so this is, with this thing you can explain about the artificial intelligence. So we are going to see one by one. So system that that act like human beings, that is a Turing test. So Turing test, in a room you hide the person who is on the other side. Okay, you make them think, and then when the answer comes, then you have to decide whether the answer given is by the human being or by the device. Okay, that is what is Turing test. So here, this is an art, the Turing test. Okay, creating machines, they perform functions, and they require intelligence, and when performed by the people. So how to make computers to do things at which, at the moment, people act. Okay. So we'll now look into systems that act like humans. For this, we have this Turing test. Okay, and you are going to enter a room. It has a computer terminal. You have a fixed period of time. Okay, you just type and whatever you want into the terminal, and you have to study the reply. Okay, so at the other line, at the other end, it can be either a human being or a computer system. So if it is a computer system, at the end of the period, you cannot reliably determine whether it is a system or a human being. So when the system answers like a human being, you can see that the system is deemed to be intelligent. Okay, just within a period of time, how the answers are, with that you can judge whether the system is intelligent. So system that act like a human, that is where you have the Turing test. So a questionnaire cannot tell. So there is a computer or a human being will be answering. Okay, and the computer has to behave intelligently. So what is that intelligent behavior? And they have to achieve all the performance of the human level, and it would be for all your cognitive tasks. So whatever cognitive task you give, so the system should behave like a human being with an intelligence. So what are those cognitive tasks? Because we are saying here, it has to achieve, what is that intelligent behavior in the sense? It has to achieve the human level performance in all your cognitive tasks. Okay, only then you can say the system is intelligent. So what is those cognitive tasks, right? It could be a natural language processing, say when they want to communicate with the human beings. Okay, and then knowledge representations, and then automated reasoning and machine learning. So what is that knowledge representation and how you store the information effectively and efficiently? So I think you're familiar with the terms efficient and effective, right? And then automated reasoning. So you can retrieve and answer the questions, what is being stored. What information you have stored, based on that you can retrieve and answer the questions. And machine learning, so you can adapt to whatever new circumstances are there. That is machine learning. So the total Turing test, there are two more issues in this. One is computer vision. So how it is perceiving the objects, how it is seeing into the objects. And robotics is, it is not that robots sit and stand still, right? It has to move. So they have to seeing and acting. So these are the more issues included in your Turing test. Okay, again this, now we are going to look into the system that think like humans, that is cognitive modeling, right? So humans, as observed from inside, then we know how humans thinks, right? They can be introspection or psychological experiments. Through that we can know how the human thinks. And then cognitive science, that is new effort to make the computers think. And then the activities that we associate with the human thinking, like making decisions, problem solving, learning. This is your cognitive modeling. And then how the system thinks. Okay, rational. This is a loss of thought. Okay, so humans are not always rational. They are not always right. Either in the logical thinking, that is why we say it is all human errors, right? Rational means defend in terms of logic. So logic can't express everything. Okay, there is uncertainty always. So it is always feasible in terms of your computation time. So it needs some guidance. Okay, your logical approach. So the study of mental facilities through the use of computational model, that is given by Carniac, and so each author will be giving in different perspectives, right? And the study of computation that make it possible to perceive, reason and act. So I told you, these perceive, reason and act. Okay, system that act rationally. So we have the rational agent. Okay. So what is the rational behavior? It means doing the right thing. Okay, doing it the right thing. Doing things right is different. Doing the right thing is different. How do you differentiate this? Yeah. Is there people in the lobby, ma? Do I need to admit them?
We have access to allow them.
You have access to allow them?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then allow them. Yes. What is the difference between doing the right thing, doing things right? Anyone? What makes the difference, ma? Right thing and things right? No?
So based on conditions, madam. So
Based
we
on
have to provide.
conditions.
Yeah, we have to
Yes.
provide the condition in beginning stage itself to check whether the thing is right or not.
Okay, that is the right
If it
thing.
is, yeah.
Okay. So you are doing things, okay? That is right. Right things. கரெக்டான விஷயத்தை செய்யறது. கரெக்டா? So we have chosen a
Yeah.
thing, but doing that thing right makes a difference. நம்ம இதுல கூட படிச்சிருக்கோம். software engineering verification and validation, I know something. I don't remember the term. Okay, the right thing, so that which is expected to maximize the goal achievement. Okay, but the available information has to be given. So giving answers to the question is acting. So I don't care whether a system replicates human thought process, making the duplication of the human thought process, or make the same decisions like human beings, or using logical reasoning. So we don't worry about that. Okay. So when you look into the system that act rationally, you have the logic. Okay, it's a part of your rational engine, not all of your rationality. Okay, it's only a part when you say logic. And sometimes logic cannot reach a correct conclusion. And some specific information has to be used. Okay, that is a human knowledge has to be used. So it covers more generally different situations of problems. So you have to compensate. Okay, when we have mistake, what you're supposed to do, you have to compensate that. So you have to give reasons for that, making it right. So when you say systems that act rationally, okay, so you have rational agents. Okay, you are going to study on the basis of rational agents. So two advantages are there. So more general than using a logic only, then you have a logic plus domain knowledge. And you can have the extension of the approach with more scientific methodologies. What is a rational agent? So it is an agent, is an entity that perceives and acts. So what do you mean by the term entity? When you say entity, it's a real world object. You can describe something about that. Okay. So entity, right? And that is going to perceive and act. So in some angle, it will be thinking and it will be acting accordingly. Okay. So it is given as an agent is a function from perceptive histories to action. So this is on. It's a function. Whatever it is perceive, it is going to act. So any given class of environment task, we seek the agent, or you have a class of agents, they will have a best performance. So your computer limitations are there, it will make perfect rationality. And that even cannot be unachievable. Okay. So you can design the best program for your given machine resources. Then what is artificial? Produced by human art or effort rather than originating naturally. So artificial is not natural, but it is human art, the effort taken by the human being. Intelligence, to acquire knowledge and use it. That is your intelligence. So how now you can define AI? It's a study of ideas that enable computers to be intelligent. Or you can say it is a part of computer science concerned with the design of computer systems that exhibit human intelligence. So system exhibiting human intelligence, that is your AI. So you can say that study the intelligent part concerned with the human beings. Two major roles of this. What are the goals of AI? Right? To make the computers more useful by letting them take over the dangerous or the tedious tasks from the human beings. What the human being cannot do, they'll make the system to do. So you have to understand the principles of human intelligence. So the foundation of AI. So we say that AI, but it's not only that. Many different things are behind that. So first one is a philosophy, right? So at the time the study of human intelligence began with no formal expressions. So you have to initiate the idea of mind as a machine, and you have to make it as a internal operations. And this is your philosophy, right? Philosophy na only tattvam based on right? And what is it? You have it in your mind. That is what to be expressed, philosophy. Then mathematics. Three main area of AI is computation, logic, and probability. When you say computation, you can analyze the problem and it can be computed. And complexity there is example there. And probability means the degree of belief, how much you believe that it is made right. So whatever uncertainty is there, that how you are going to handle. So that is the probability. And decision theory combines the probability theory and the utility theory. Next is your psychology. So what we saw first is philosophy, and now it is your psychology. So how do the human beings think and act, and how the human beings study? Okay, study of human reasoning and acting, and you have to give reasons, the model your AI, and you have to strengthen the ideas. Okay, so you can have the humans and other animals or the information processing machines. This is psychology. learning the mind. Okay, then computer engineering. So how we are going to build an efficient computer? Okay, so we are going to provide some objects that make your application possible. Okay, and the power of computer makes computation of large and difficult problems made easy, right? So you are going to do computations. With that, your difficult problems are made easy. That is the power of computer. And AI also have contributed to its own work to computer science, like time sharing, data types, and all that. Oops, etc. Implemented there. And then the foundation of AI here is this control theory and cybernetics. Okay, so how the objects operate under the control, and you have the artifacts. They will adjust their actions. Okay, to do better for the environment over time, and based on your objective function and feedback from the environment. And it is not only limited to your linear system, but also to all other problems like language, vision, planning, etc. Next is your linguistics. So understanding the natural languages. So for the linguistic work, different approaches are there, and then you can have formal languages, and you can have the syntactic and semantic. Syntax is like the rules. Semantic is for each field what could be the meaning of that. Okay, and how you are going to represent your knowledge. All these comes under linguistics. That is about the language. So these are some of the advantages of your artificial intelligence. So first thing we came into an idea of what is an AI, right? And then making the system intelligence. Okay, that is the concept of AI. And then now, what are the areas which are behind the AI? Okay, and now what are the advantages and the disadvantages? So it's a more powerful and more useful computers, and it is new and improved interfaces, and it can solve new problems, and it can handle the information in a better way, and it can relieve from your overloading of information, and it can convert the information into knowledge. So these are the advantages of artificial intelligence. And then so we may have gathered all the information. So how to make it work? So this we give it to the system. Okay, and the disadvantages: cost, that is increased, and it is very difficult to develop a software for this. Might be slow and very expensive, and you should have some experienced programmer should be there. Okay, and then we should have some practical products. Okay, so advantages: how it improves your work efficiency. So they are well trained, so every task they perform well. That is done by the humans, right? And marvelous work efficiency is ensured using AI technology. Efficiency perfectly they will do it, and machines will rectify the human errors, and they will deliver the best business results. And the machines, they can operate 24/7. Even we can say I'm also working 24/7, but somewhere we'll be lagging our concentration, right? And reduces your operational costs. So your machine language algorithms like deep learning, right, and neural networks, the system can perform repetitive tasks efficiently. The same task. So because when you have a data, number of iterations will be going on. That is a repetitive task. So that will be done more efficiently by this machine learning. Then they will eliminate the need to write the code every time whenever you learn new things. So whatever is existing, that my minor modifications can be done. Need not write a new code every time. And then machine learning can optimize the machine abilities, so they can learn the new patterns from the informations. And then compared to humans, AI machines can reduce operational cost. Once you buy a machine, then that's enough. And helping in repetitive tasks, and we are performing so many repetitive works in our day-to-day lifestyle. Verifying certain documents for errors, writing or thanking a mail, etc. But using this AI technology, we can automate those boring tasks without the repetition, and you can also remove the tedious work for humans. So you'll have a, like, think, I'm busy. So all those things, thanks for your mail. So just click it, and it will automatically reply. Okay, that is a repetitive task, helping in that. And then high accuracy in the task completion. So artificial intelligence is used to train machines to perform work more efficiently than the humans. Okay, you can train the machines efficient work, right? And then the humans, they will do it. So they can also do critical tasks, and they can solve some complex solutions, and they can get accurate results. Okay, critical tasks, they can solve complex solutions. With that, they can able to obtain accurate results. And because of this advantage, so these things are mostly used, your AI are mostly used in healthcare sectors. Okay, and robots are directing your life threatening diseases, and they are also performing surgeries to save human lives. AI in radiology, and using your neural networks, and your AI can analyze your and diagnoses the images more efficiently than the humans. Okay, then whatever images you have, like it can be a cancer or whatever it is, right? So those images are, they have identified this as anything, and it will analyze and it will give more efficient result than the human beings. So here in radiology, they are going to use deep learning techniques so that they can detect and treat the diseases. So here artificial intelligence benefits the humans who work as a radiologist. And they also provide virtual assistants. Okay, they provide telemedicine services, and they can allow the doctors to provide services to the patient who are in a remote locations. So this is AI in radiology, and here they can make the machines take quick decisions. So they are going to use machine learning and deep learning so that they can take decisions rapidly in the sense in a faster manner. Only making if people are lagging in taking decisions, right, and they cannot attain their goal. So the thing is, you have to decide first and then start acting on it. Okay, so here the AI, they are able to take decisions rapidly. AI powered system, they can elucidate the data, draw the patterns, and they can also deliver the results faster than a human. And chess game in Windows. So based on the AI algorithms used behind the application, it can take easy and fast move in seconds. So when you're playing games, chess, okay, we take time to make a move. But what happens on the other side? The system, it will make the moves very faster in seconds. So they are able to take quick decisions than the human beings. Self-learning from the data. So you can learn from the data what is given. And not only with AI, but also using deep learning and machine learning, AI technology describes how to learn from the specific data. Now people are working in data science, data analyst, data engineer, all those things. What is all behind that? Yes? Can anyone? People are saying AI, and people are saying I want to learn AI and data science. What is that? Ma, how many students have joined, Ma? I have to take attendance. If maximum is reached, can anyone inform me so that I can take the attendance? How many people have joined so far?
216, ma'am.
Nama?
211.
211. Okay, when it reaches the maximum, just tell me. I need to take the attendance. Okay? Still we can wait. Before people, because I couldn't see who are all joining and who are leaving, right? So kindly attend, and people are saying, tell me what is that about AI and data science, what is that? Do they need any specific knowledge when they want to work with data? Now data science is booming. Similar way, so, right? Can anyone?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Anyone? Yes, I'm sitting in the same place. Yes, now is it audible? Yeah, tell me what is that AI, what is that data science? Because learning from the data. Yes, anyone? Anyone working with the data science, data analyst, data processing, anyone working with that? They can give some ideas about that language, that area of work. Anyone, ma? What is data visualization? Yes or no? Are people are there in the meet, or only the device is active? Yes.
So there after comes EMPS.
Anyone? What makes the difference between this data science learning and normal computer science learning? Any idea is there? You say yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No idea. I think only one girl is
Data
responding.
science using graphics.
Yeah. See, whatever angle you know,
Graphics, ma'am.
that's
Graphics.
Okay.
Graphics,
yeah,
charts.
yeah. So you have a huge volume of data, right? Like you wanted to know which increase.
Those are the sent a mail. There is Ajay also there. So he'll be knowing. So he can attach yourself.
No, is he responding here or talking to someone? I'm listening to what he's saying. Okay, for example, we wanted to know what was the population of India 10 years back and now. Okay, and with that, what you can do, you can predict what could be the future population of India. Am I right? So with that, whatever data you have, you put it in a graph format, and previous year, right, 10 years back, and this year what could be the population, okay, how many male, how many female, so in different angles you can work it out, right? And then you can make, what is the purpose of, as she said, what is the purpose of, you have a data and just making it into a graph instead of reading it in numbers. Okay, you can immediately you can predict something when it is in the graphical format. Okay, data are there, you are going to use your AI, that is some through any software language like Python or languages. Okay, and then you are going to draw the graph. With that, you are going to predict what would be the future population. Okay, that is the purpose of, that is what you are going to data. You don't need anything extra when you want to become a data science or data engineer related to data, right? And any work related to data. So the thing is, all the basic papers will be, people are crazy of now being, I want to become a data engineer, data scientist and all that. So here, basic papers will be the same. Whatever you learn in DBMS, software engineering, OOPS concepts, everything, right? And apart from that, R language, Python language, okay, and then statistics, okay, and one this AI paper or machine learning paper. If these things are read extra thing, you can work in data related jobs. No any other different intelligence or any other thing is in my, this is my perspective. So Python language or all languages should know. Python people are working it easier because it has many libraries. Just you can import the libraries and you can implement things. Or you have to write codings in our language. That's it. And some little statistics you should know. And when you go to a company, when you want to are supposed to work, and they're not going to ask you to write the coding for that. No developers, right? And they will provide, developers already have developed a tool. Okay, they will provide you a tool and they'll tell you how to work. That's it. And there you're not going to use your Python language or R language. Something you can perform well when you know these languages. That's it. Okay, so don't ever think that I'm learning only MCA, I cannot go for a data science, data related job. It's not that. Okay, so with the data you can, so the techniques that we are going to use, that's it with the data. Okay, and then finally automates and improves the work process. So by the above A, the benefits, so you can say that A is a powered machines, that is they automate the end-to-end work process. Okay, it is just automated. and they could process the given data, and then they can have some valuable insights, okay, into the data delivered. And then next, new opportunities will open up to business, and the performance of the business will be increased. So here now, what the researchers have agreed is that what are the things performed by the human beings, all these tasks can be done by AI. That's it. What are disadvantages? So misuse of this can lead to severe threat. Threats means what to say, things that may lead to risk. Okay, so when there is an increasing adoption of AI, the concerns of AI, they are also rising in humans in many ways. Okay, for instance, the misuse of AI for autonomous weapons could cause mass destruction. So the good example is the movie Indiran, right? So the robot, how it was developed by one guy and how it has been misused by the other guy. One good example. Okay, so autonomous weapons are in the wrong hands, they become against humans. So AI is a major threat to humans in the future. And data discrimination, and so you have a super intelligent machine, so they can gather, store, and process huge volume of user data. But the drawback is sometimes they use your personal information without your permission. Okay, and they will be giving many benefits to the society, but here unfortunately its advanced capabilities also used to perform harmful or dangerous actions, and reduces employment. So it is trend in the market now. They are estimating that AI is going to eliminate approximately 75% of employment. Just imagine, once the robot has been developed, okay, and it is going to be used forever, right? But that is going to remove the employability of the human. So without employment, how could we survive? So most of the industries are already using the AI machine devices and applications, and the replacement of humans with the AI machines can lead to global unemployment, even for preparing idli, dosa, whatever it is. And we can see in the WhatsApp message, WhatsApp things, and all other social medias, right? And everything is machine made. That is what. How many of you are familiar with the movie that N.S. Krishnan is an artist? Anyone heard his name?
Comedian. This question.
Yeah, comedian. Yeah, N.S. Krishnan. It was during what to say, the older days. Even I think even before N.G. Ramachandran and Sivaji Ganesan, he was there. I think. Am I right?
Yes.
And there was
Yes.
a song in that. He has sung a song. Even for grinding rice, also machines will be made. That was a song. If possible, try to hear that song. And whatever is happening now, he has sung it at least nearly 8 years back. Okay, and so most of the industries, everything is with AI machine devices and applications, and now only unemployment will be leading to all these AI machines. So the human workforce has to be depend on machines at large extent, but employees lose their creative power. That is reducing the employability, then making the humans lazy. Okay, so everything is there. Earlier we used to grind using the what's the article will say, no, by hand we will be grinding, but now it's just a switch is enough. Okay, everything is grinded automatically. Okay, this has made us so before that, have you ever seen your grandmas or earlier to them, they have been doing all these exercises, going for a morning walk, body crunching thing, aerobics, all those type of exercise? No, they don't go for even a walking, because for doing things, their house will be there, the land will be somewhere, they want to get something, they have to move, so that is the mere walking. And all the things they do, right? Grinding, everything. So they don't need any specific exercises. But now it's all a switching machines are there. Just a switch is enough to perform all the work. And now people have become lazy, and then they are supposed to go for all these activities, exercise activities. Okay, so because they are going, we are always addicted to advanced technologies. Okay, it's always a problem for the future generations. Our generation is okay, somewhat we have managed without doing exercises. It's not without doing complete exercises. A minimum is enough. But the next generations, at least 50% they should go. And the next generation, sure, there'll be everything will be like machines, computations. Lacking out of box thinking. So all the machines, they think out of box, and they can only do what they are programmed for. Okay, and they can do the task easier and faster, and but the machines cannot touch the power of human intelligence. Okay, that is what we say, it is out of box thinking. They cannot do that. So they can store vast information and they can draw the patterns, but cannot map the data with the requirements. For that, if they want to map the data with the requirements, they need human intervention. And the cost of AI platform is very high. So they require, if you want to develop an AI system, you need immense cost because they are all complex machines. So also to maintain also it requires enormous cost. So in build software programs, in AI machine, they have to be upgraded to provide the best results. So upgrading, even if you go for Windows itself, Microsoft packages every often will be getting the updates, right? So if you want to upgrade that, it needs a cost. And here, if any server breakdowns to the system will be there, and you have the recurring process, so it is a waste of time and cost. Are the advantages and the disadvantages of using your AI. So write it in different angles, right? Whatever given is limited, and if you are aware of any of other things, that also you can write. So now interacting with the environment. So if you want, in order to enable your intelligent behavior, okay, you'll have to interact with our environment. So when a system is intelligent, when properly intelligent, they have to expected to do. They have to accept the sensory input. What is it? Sensors. What is the role of sensors, ma? What is the role of sensors? Anyone? We are getting temperatures today, right? Temperatures. How much is humidity? How much is the heat and all that? Yes, somebody answered.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, answer me, ma.
Yeah, sensors are like humans-ஓட சேர்த்து வச்சு அந்த இது பண்ணும் மேம். இப்போ சென்சார் லைட்ஸ் இருந்தா நம்ம கை ஆட்டினா அந்த லைட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஆன் ஆகும்.
யா, நம்ம இப்போ ஹேண்ட் வாஷ்க்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ண, அந்த டேப்பு கீழே கை கொண்டு போனால் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வாட்டர் வரும். லைக் நீங்கள் அந்த இடத்துல போனால் லைட் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக எரியும். அண்ட் அந்த டோர்லேருந்து ஒரு ஃபியூ டிஸ்டன்ஸ், அந்த குறிப்பிட்ட டிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஸ்டாண்டிங் இன் okay, in a range if you are standing, the automatically the door will open. All these are yes ma, yes,
Input from the physical environment.
no ma, not audible, it's not clear.
Physical environment, ma'am.
Yeah, so some sort of information is going to get from the environment, and it's not that only with that information, it has to be converted into the right data format. Okay, and then that is what the interacting with the environment, that is the sensors do. Okay, and they interact with the humans, they understand the language, recognize the speech, generate the text, speech and graphics, and modifying the environment is the robotics. Okay, these are the things the proper intelligent system should do. So now looking into the history here, so everywhere, whenever you're learning it, what is in the previous that you should be aware of, right? This is just an idea of how this AI is moved. Okay, so it's not a new word, and it's not a new technology for the researchers. It was much older than you could imagine, the term AI. Then even there are myths of mechanical men in ancient Greek and Egyptian myths. Okay, these are some of the milestones in the history of AI. Okay, they're going to tell about the journey of this AI till date development. Okay, it's not 2023, some few years back. Okay, So you can see it has started with 1943 before itself, India got independence, right? 1943. Almost how many years gone? Till now, how many years gone? This is 2023. 80 years? Yes? 80 years. Earlier, we had the evolution of artificial neurons. We had the Turing machines in 1950. And we have this birth of AI. Okay, we had the chatbot in 66. In 72 itself, we had the intelligent robot, even before I was born. Okay, and so we have the first AI in the range of 74 to 80. Then 80, we had the expert system. Okay, from 87 to 93, again we have a second AI minor. Then 97, we had IBM, first computer we had. 2002, AA at home, and then 11 IBM, it's machine learning quiz, and then 2012 we have a Google, okay, and chatbot we had in 2015, and then Amazon and all that in 2015. Just a brief study about this. Okay, then so your maturation artificial intelligence from 1943 to 52 when it started evolving. So in 43 we had the first work recognized as an AI. It was done by Warren Makula and Walpritz in 1943. So they have proposed a model. It is called as artificial neurons. Okay, so your brain function is mainly because of the neurons. Okay, in 1949 we had Ronald Head. So he has an updating rule for modifying the strength between the neuron. That is called Hebbian learning. Then in 50 we had Turing, okay, English mathematician. So he pioneered machine learning in 1950. Okay, a computing machinery and intelligence. So that is what we say as a Turing test. He proposed a test and check whether it is behavior of a machine or the human. That is called Turing test. And the birth of AI started in 52 and to 56. So started maturing only 43 to 52, and the birth, okay, it's 52 to 56. So in 55, Alan Newman and Herbert, they did the first artificial intelligence program. That is logic theorist. That was the name. Okay. 38 of 52 mathematical theorems it has proved, and they find new and more elegant proofs for some theorems. And in 56, artificial intelligence first adopted by American computer scientist John McCarthy, right? And in some conference, Dartmouth conference. So here, only it was the first time in that conference AI was being coined for the academic field. So in 56 to 74, we can say it is golden years. Okay, in 66, we have the researchers, they developed algorithms, they can solve mathematical problems. Okay, so first chatbot was created in 1966. It was named as Eliza. And then 72, can you name any chatbot? Now, recently, what we have? Can anyone name chatbot, ma?
ChatGPT, ma'am.
Nama?
ChatGPT, ma'am.
It's not clear to at the same time.
Ma'am, ChatGPT.
Chat?
GPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
Yeah.
OpenAI, ma'am.
Okay, fine. 72, the first intelligent humanoid robot was built in Japan. So it is Wabot 1. Okay, that is AI winter in 74 to 80. So between this was the first AI winter duration. It means the period where computer scientists dealt with a severe shortage of funding from the government for the research. That is called as the winter. So they were not able to succeed because of the funding. Okay, during this winter, there's an interest of publicity on artificial intelligence increased. There was nothing. Again, in 80 to 87 started booming. Again, after this winter AI. Can we mute it? Who's that? AI came back with the expert system. So they emulate the decision-making ability of the human expert. So you had in 1980 the first national conference of American Association They had this artificial intelligence. And the second AA winter is 87 to 93. And the second AA, so they were not, again funding was a problem. Again, investors and government stopped in funding. Okay. And so very cost, whatever expert system they have developed. Next. Okay, now next we have the emergence of intelligence agents from 93 to 2011. In 97 we have the IDM Deep Blue Beats were there. They had the chess champion. Okay, Kasparov. So it was the first computer that beat the world chess champion. Okay, IBM Deep Blue. Okay, then 2002 AI entered the home in the form of Roomba, a vacuum cleaner. And 2006 came in business worldwide till the year 2006. And companies like Facebook, Twitter, and Netflix also started using AI. So deep learning, big data, and artificial intelligence, that is 2011 till present. So 2011 we have this IBM Watson. Okay, they had a geoparatory, that is a quiz show. So here it solved the complex questions as well as riddles. So Watson, it was an IBM AI, right? It proved it could understand natural language and it can solve the tricky questions quickly. And 12, Google has launched an Android app, right? Google Now. You can provide information to the user as a prediction. And then 2014, Eugene Goodsman. Okay, it's a competition in unfamous tuning test. 2018, you have a project debater. Set debate order, complex topics. And then Google demonstrated an AI program Duplex. So it's a virtual assistant. Okay, for the hair appointment on call. Okay, but the lady was at the other end. She thought it was talking to a machine. Didn't notice. She thought that she was talking to a human being. And then AI has now developed a remarkable level. And now deep learning, big data, and data science are now trending like a boom. And companies like Google, Facebook, IBM, and Amazon are working with AI, and they are creating many amazing devices. Okay, so the future will be with come with very high intelligence. So there are different types of AI. There are mainly two types are there. Okay, based on the capabilities and based on the functionalities of AI. Okay, so type 1 is narrow AI, general and strong. Type 2 is reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, and self-awareness. So how we have this AI periodically, periods. So early period is 50 to 60s. Like we have the game playing, theorem proving, and biological models we had. Okay, and symbolic application periods is from 70s. So using your knowledge. Okay, and then we have early expert systems. And the commercial period is from 80s. Okay, booming in the knowledge and the rule basis. And now periods of 90s and new millennium. And now we have all the real world applications, modeling, better evidence, and make a use of all the theories. Now we have data mining, formal models, genetic algorithm, fuzzy, agents, neural networks, autonomous systems. All these things are the new millennium. So what is the applications here? Visual recognition of traffic, medical diagnosis, directory inquiries, power plant control, automatic cars, and all these are the applications of AI. So far we have seen what is an AI, but advantages and disadvantages, and these are the application areas of AI. So the patients in AI. So the progress goes in stages. Okay, funding booms and crises. See the examples. First one is machine translation of languages. Okay, in the 50s to 1966, we have syntax translators. On 66, US funding cancelled, and now only from 80s we have the commercial translators. And this is regarding the machine translation of languages. Next, regarding these neural networks, and we have from 1943 first AI work, and 50s to 60s we have perceptrons. Okay, they stopped nearly all works on it, and then 86 rediscovery of the solution. Okay, only then we have the massive growth in neural net research. So the funding freeze of PUK is in 1973, And then modern era dating is the work of Friedberg in 1958. So look into the applications of AI. So various applications in today's society are essential for today's time because it can solve complex problems with an effective way in multiple industries like healthcare, entertainment, finance, education, etc. And now AI is making our daily life more comfortable and very fast. So these are some of the sectors where you can see the applications of AI. Just go through that, what are the different areas. Apart from this, if you know any areas also, you can mention that. Yes, we have finance, gaming, astronomy, healthcare, transport, agriculture, education, e-commerce, entertainment, robotics, automotive, social media, data security. All those things are the application areas of AI. Can anyone suggest some applications of AI here? Either from this, how you are going to have the applications of AI in these areas, or any other new areas where you can find the application of AI apart from this. Just 2 minutes. We'll have a discussion on this. Yes. Now, how many students are there? Can I take the attendance? Just
216.
yes, ma. How many?
216.
223. 223, ma'am.
223. Yeah. So let me take the attendance once here. Meanwhile, you just look into the applications of AI. Two 22 I could see, including me, it is 223. It's not that just don't ever think that since I've taken the attendance, you can leave. It's not that every 1 hour I'll be taking the attendance. Okay. See, just now I said one of them have left. Hmm? Yes, sir. Then she joined. Okay, let them download it. Yeah, can anyone suggest some more application areas of this? Anyone, ma? Yes. Astronomy, they can solve complex universal problems. If they can understand the universe, how it works, its origin, etc. And then the healthcare, and the last 5 to 10 years, right? It is more advantages for healthcare industry, and they're going to have an impact on this industry, and they're going to apply AI to make a better and faster diagnosis than the humans, and they will help the doctors with the diagnosis, and they can inform the patients when they are worsening, and can inform the doctor when they are worsening, and so that medical help would be reach the patients before they are hospitalized. Okay, AI in gaming, and it is also used for gaming purpose. Any latest gaming, you know? Latest gaming, enama? Chess is an older one. People never play chess now. எதுமா இப்போ லேட்டஸ்ட் ட்ரெண்டா இப்போ ஒரு கேம் ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு?
PUBG, ma'am.
என்னமா? I'm not familiar with. I don't know any of the game names.
Free Fire.
No?
Free Fire.
Again, I'm not familiar with any of the names. You people have to discuss. What they're saying is okay.
PUBG. Free Fire.
அப்புறம் ரெண்டு நேம் தான் சொல்றீங்க. நிறைய
ChatGPT.
பாய்ஸ் நிறைய கேம் விளையாடுறீங்களா?
Alexa.
Real cricket now.
அதே வருதுல. நம்ம எப்பவுமே வந்து டெக்னாலஜி யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் பழக்கோம்ல நம்ம டெக்னாலஜியை. Fine.
That
And
is
it is என்னமா?
ChatGPT.
Carom.
கேரம், லூடோ அது எல்லாமே இருக்கா? எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நான் லூடோ மட்டும் விளையாண்டு இருக்கேன். செஸ் விளையாண்டு இருக்கேன், லூடோ விளையாண்டு இருக்கேன், அவ்வளவுதான். மற்றவங்க? Not now. It's all during Corona times. Not now. Okay, fine. So many gamings are there, and then in finance, and they are best matching here. So it is implementing the automation, chatbot. What is the exact purpose of using the chatbot, Nainama? Because that has been regularly used. Chatbot, Naina? Anybody?
It's user friendly, ma'am.
Nama?
It's a user friendly. We can get an information easily through chat box.
Chatbot. Okay.
Yeah.
இப்போ நம்ம ஏதாச்சும் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஏதோ ஒரு ஷாப்குள்ளேயே போறேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். ஓகே, ஆன்லைன்ல ஐம் கோயிங் டு ஷாப், ஐம் நாட் அவேர் ஆஃப் ஆல் திஸ் திங்ஸ், ஸோ ஐம் கெட்டிங் எ ஹெல்ப். அதுதானே chatbot. ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வில் பி questioning, it will get the answers. கரெக்டா?
Predefined responses ஏற்கனவே அவங்க வச்சிருப்பாங்க.
Predefined responses. But இல்லையேமா, will be having a query, how can I help you? அப்படிதானே வரும்.
மேம் அது அந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம்
I could
அது ஏற்கனவே predefined.
Okay, how can I help you? It will give you the options. We have to click any one of the options. So based on that, அதுல உள்ள என்னென்ன உள்ள ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கோ that will be given.
ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்க்கு எல்லாமே அதுக்கு ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்சஸ் ஏற்கனவே பில்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. சோ அது நம்ம கேக்குற queryக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி அதுல ஏற்கனவே செட் பண்ணிருக்க ரெஸ்பான்ஸை பொறுத்து அது நமக்கு ரிப்ளை.
அதுதான் chatbot. Okay, have anyone experienced this? யாராச்சும் chatbotல போய் பாத்துட்டீங்களா?
It's commonly using Telegram and railway also they are using.
And it's used in Swiggy also. Swiggy is Zomato, Redbus. So
எல்லாத்தையுமே
Yes ma'am, to solve the tickets.
Okay.
Paytm கூட they are using.
So நாம இனிமே இந்த கஸ்டமர் கேருக்கு அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கால் பண்ணி வெயிட் பண்ணி இந்த நம்பர் அந்த நம்பரை பிரஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கேதர் பண்ண வேண்டாம், ரைட்? So directly we have the chatbot. At least to some extent, it's not to the extreme we'll be getting the response. Not all type of queries, right? Or basic-ஆன problems what we'll be facing when you are using that. அந்த மாதிரி இதுக்கு வந்து they have predefined responses. Am I right?
Yes ma'am.
yes, based on the business அவங்க ஆல்ரெடி ப்ரீடிஃபைன்டா கோட் பண்ணி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. சோ இப்போ ரெட்பஸ்னா அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டடான queries, IRCTCனா அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டடான queries. சோ அதுலமே ப்ரீடிஃபைன்டா அந்த பிசினஸ்க்கு ஏத்தப்பல அந்த இது ரெடி பண்ணி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. சோ அதுக்கு தான் chat box யூஸ் ஆகும்.
Okay, so in which area it is, அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி they may think இந்த மாதிரி problem people may face, right? So they have that intelligence and then they have created this chatbot. Not this chatbot, that is they have created all the queries and the responses. Right? Okay, fine. And then finances, all they have the trading, machine learning for financial processes. Then data security, so the crucial thing. Security of the data is the crucial thing because of the cyber attacks. Okay, and then they can be made to make your data more safe and secure. Okay, many examples are given here, which is meant for determining software bug and cyber attacks. Okay. And generally what we say, whenever we say data security, earlier we used only firewalls, right? Only firewalls we used to say. Now so many things are there, okay, for giving security. And so even as the technology grows, right, and even then there are vulnerabilities, weaknesses there, right? எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு லூப் ஒன்று இருக்கு தானே செய்யுது. ஸோ இந்த சோஷியல் மீடியா, ஃபேஸ்புக், ட்விட்டர், ஸ்னாப்சாட், இப்போ லேட்டஸ்ட்டாக நிறைய பேர் யூஸ் பண்ண சோஷியல் மீடியா எதுமா? ஃபேஸ்புக்லாம் வந்து அவுடேட்டட் மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு.
இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் அண்ட் ஸ்னாப்சாட்.
இன்ஸ்டாகிராம், ஸ்னாப்ஷாட். இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல என்ன ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்கு, ஸ்னாப்ஷாட் என்ன ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்கு?
Instagram now booming with the reels content. It started based முன்னாடி போட்டோ அப்லோட் பண்றதுக்கு மட்டுமே யூஸ் பண்ண இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் வந்து now it's trending with the reels. They just used வேற ஆப்போட reels.
Okay. Snapchat.
So sharing our photos, it has so many filters for taking photos.
So
share it with our friends.
Purpose of mainly with the photos தான் அந்த Snapchat collage பண்ணி எல்லாம் prepare பண்றது அந்த மாதிரிலாம். I never used into that.
The basic thing is to chat, ma'am. Chat கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். And it also has
chat கட்டாயமா இருக்கும். Okay. Any other thing?
Photo background கூட change பண்ணலாம் ma'am.
Background change பண்ணலாம். Okay. Any other thing? So Snapchat is better,
Yes ma'am.
It's better. Okay. Technologically எது better? நீங்க இப்ப யூசேஜ் பத்தி சொன்னீங்க. Technologically if I'm using this
Snapchat users are very low, ma'am, compared to the other countries, USA, Canada. So they are using much more than the other social media we use as Snapchat.
யார் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க நிறைய?
Lot of features. Canadians and US people. Snapchat. They are
Snapshots. Okay. நம்ம மக்கள் தான் ரொம்ப இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க.
எஸ், இந்தியால வந்து ஃபேஸ்புக், இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் மட்டும்தான் பாப்புலேஷன் அதிகம். பட் கம்பேர் டு யூஎஸ் அண்ட் கனடா, ஸ்னாப்சாட் இஸ் ஹை கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டட் சோஷியல் மீடியா.
ஓகே ஃபைன். எனி அதர் திங்? ஓகே, இது வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது, ஆனா இப்போ அவுட்டேட்டட் ஆயிடுச்சு. எனி சோஷியல் மீடியா?
ஃபேஸ்புக் மேடம்.
இப்பதான் சொன்னாரு ஃபேஸ்புக்ல இந்தியால நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்குன்னு. ஐ கேன்
கம்பேர் டு இன்ஸ்டாகிராம், ஃபேஸ்புக் வந்து நவடேஸ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் டல்லா தான் இருக்கு மேடம். மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் தான் ப்ரிஃபர் பண்றாங்க. சோ சிமிலரிட்டியா இருக்கு.
வாட்ஸ் தி ரீசன் ஃபேஸ்புக்குக்கு இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் இருக்கும்?
பிகாஸ் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் வந்து இப்போள்ள ட்ரெண்டிங்ல இருக்கு. இப்போள்ள யூசர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து
இப்போ சோசியல் மீடியா ஃபேஸ்புக், இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் எல்லாமே பிசினஸ் பர்பஸாவும் எடுத்துட்டு வந்ததுனால, ஸோ அது ரெண்டுமே ஒரே ஃபவுண்டர் தான் இப்போ ஹேண்டில் பண்றது. ஸோ அதனால
ஃபேஸ்புக்கும் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்
எஸ், ரெண்டும் கொலாபரேட் ஆனதுல ரெண்டுமே 50% தான். ஸோ எதுவுமே இது அப் அண்ட் இது டவுன் வந்து கம்பேர் பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா ரெண்டுத்துலயுமே சேம் ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் இருக்கு அண்ட் எல்லா பர்பஸுமே இதுலயும் இருக்கு. ஃபேஸ்புக் யூஸ் பண்றது, இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், பிசினஸ் பர்பஸ்க்கும் அதை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்.
ஓகே
மெயினா யூசர் எல்லாரும் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க.
எதுமா?
இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் யூசர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியா இருக்குங்க. அண்ட் கலர்ஃபுல்லா UI இன்டர்ஃபேஸ்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கும் மேம்.
இன்ஸ்டாகிராம். ஓகே, how far it has been used advantageously? எவ்வளவு இன்டெலிஜென்ட்டா பீப்புள் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, அதை என்ன பர்பஸ்க்காக மெயினா யூஸ் பண்றாங்க இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்? Any knowledge gaining in that Instagram? Entertainment. எத்தனை பேர் entertainment?
பிசினஸ் பர்பஸ் கூட யூஸ் பண்றாங்க.
இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் வந்து விசிபிலிட்டி கவரேஜ் பர்பஸ்க்காக தான் மெயினா யூஸ் பண்றது. ஃபேஸ்புக் வந்து கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அது ஏர்னிங் திங்ஸ் மாதிரி மேம். ஃபேஸ்புக்ல பட் இந்த இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல உங்களால யூ கான்ட் ஏர்ன் மோர். ஸோ இட் ஜஸ்ட் விசிபிலிட்டி ஆப் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்.
ஓகே,
உங்களோட விசிபிலிட்டியை ஈஸியா நீங்க ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ண முடியும் கம்பேர் டு ஃபேஸ்புக். ஆனா ஃபேஸ்புக்ல ஏர்ன் பண்ண முடியும், இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல உங்களால அந்த மாதிரி ஏர்ன் பண்ண முடியாது.
But people are also selling in Instagram. Selling their products through via celebrities. They're launching their products.
நிறைய செலிபிரிட்டிஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்மென்ஸ் வந்து பிராண்ட் அம்பாசிடரா வேற இருக்கிறாங்க நிறைய ப்ராடக்ட்ஸுக்கு. ஸோ தே கேன் ஏர்ன் மணி ஈஸிலி ஃப்ரம் தட் ப்ராடக்ட் மார்க்கெட்டிங். ஸோ அந்த விஷயத்துக்காகவும் அண்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் ஏதாவது ஒரு பிஸ்னஸை மார்க்கெட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக வந்து யங் ஏஜ் பீப்புள் எஜுகேஷன் ரிலேட்டடாக இருக்கிற பீப்புளெலாம் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் தான் மோஸ்ட்லி யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஏன்னா இந்தியாவில் வந்து மோர் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் வந்து யங்ஸ்டர் தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் எல்லாமே இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுனால ஈஸியாக யங்ஸ்டரை ரீச் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை சேல் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒன் ஆஃப் த டூலாக இன்ஸ்டாகிராமே யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் ஷூவாக இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு வாட்ச், ஒரு ஐஃபோன், ஸோ வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ். ஸோ எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் யங்ஸ்டரை ரீச் பண்ணுறதுக்கு இன்ஸ்டாகிராமை மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ இட்ஸ் மை அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்.
So thing is, we have technology and it has been brought up into the social media. Social media, how we are utilizing it. If when you are intelligent, okay, you will use it for selling your product. Okay, when it is meant for time pass, what I will do, I'll sit and watch what you are selling, right? Am I right? So two ways you can take it. Okay, so whatever it is, when you have these technologies, when you have these social medias, make it useful for yourself. You can commercialize, you can earn something, you can do something useful. Make use of it in an intelligent way. Okay, as in people who are educated and those who are working in environment, right? Make it, because why I'm saying this is because of all this, being as a assistant professor, being in the college, I can say that the youngsters, right, they are focused only on the social media, right? They are crazy about it and they lost focus on studies, listening to the teacher, listening to the board, or listening to the presentation. They are there in their own world. Okay, might be they want to create stories for the Instagram, like that. So they lost focus on this. So it is better that when people are educated in the working environment, but now few ideas we are given, right? So make the people, the next generation of years, make them focus on studies by using the social media. So bring in some way, in a better and intelligent way, it could be used. Okay, and this is what the social media is all about, right? And this is how we handle it, how we make use of it in a positive way or in a, it's not like a negative is also there, but it's not that much. But really spending a time, right, like that. And AI can be used in the travel and the transport. Okay, booking all those hotels, flights and everything, right? And see, there are even facilities like when I want to find a hotel, I can say that if I'm there in, for example, in Nungambakkam area, I can say that I can find out a good hotel in Chennai. That also I can find out, and I can also find out good hotels nearby my area, right? So all these are because of this AI. And then automotive industries, okay, then they provide virtual assistance to the user for better performance. They have Tesla. Okay, Tesla bot is there and it's a virtual assistant. That's what they say it as a virtual assistant, right? All these chatbots. And various industries are currently working for developing the self-driven cars. How is there anyone having a self-driven car? Anybody using it? Yes?
No, ma'am. They are not that much rich.
That much? You're not that much?
People, ma'am.
No.
To buy a self-drive car.
My colleague, she said that is 8 lakhs something.
Which one, ma'am? In India, we have only a self-drive car that is come from Mahindra, some kind of thing, but it's not completely compared to the Tesla kind of things. And it's more than 10 lakhs, ma'am.
நம்ம இந்தியன் மேட் ப்ராடக்ட்டே நம்மளால ஒழுங்கா யூஸ் பண்ண முடியல, வாங்க முடியல. அதுக்குள்ள நம்ம எப்பவுமே திங்க் ஹை தான். இல்ல
அப்பதான் மேம் ஏதாவது பெட்டரா அச்சீவ் பண்ண முடியும்.
எஸ் எல்லாம் பயங்கர ஹைஃபை தான் இல்ல. யாருமே வந்து people don't prefer Indian made products.
இல்ல மேம், it depends on the quality and depends on the use, how we want to use the product.
The thing is Indians இல்ல ஏன்னா technology is developing everywhere, right? ஆனா வந்து we are still working for them. மற்றவங்களுக்காக நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணி இது பண்றோம், பட் என் ப்ராடக்ட் தே ஆர் என்ஜாயிங் இட், ரைட்? அதை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறோம், காசு கொடுத்து யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். செய்யறதெல்லாம் நம்ம அவன் விற்கிறான், திரும்ப அதை வாங்கி நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். அதுதான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு இந்தியால. எஸ், okay, fine. So in robotics, AI is there. Okay, we can create intelligent robots. Okay, they can perform the task. Okay, latest any robo work ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம் AI ல. robotics ல no
chat bot பத்தி கேக்குறீங்களா? என்ன எனக்கு क्वेश्चन
இல்லமா, robotics ல லேட்டஸ்டா என்ன டைப் ஆஃப் வர்க் பண்ணுது ரோபோ?
Cleaning.
கிளீனிங்கா? vacuum cleaner சொல்றாங்களே. அப்புறம்
order
No, ma'am, it's automatic type of cleaning, like using sensor.
Hotel.
ஓ, சென்சார் வச்சு அதுவே க்ளீன் பண்ணுவீங்க.
Yeah. So that kind of things can be used in cars or whatever the things we are. It's about something which can automate it by itself, and you no need to look onto this, just on the switch, and if you keep some time and it automatically go and navigate the things, and it will be doing those things whatever it is. So it's a kind of an high level AI robotics which is currently using in market.
Yeah, if the thing is only we should have money, right? And instead of taking a servant maid, we can have robots for us to do work,
Yes,
right? Yes. Okay, now they have the intelligent humanoid robots. Okay, Erika and Sophia, it has been developed which can talk and behave like humans. And in entertainment, in agriculture, e-commerce, education, all these areas we have this AI. Apart from this, any areas you can write, right? Autonomous planning and scheduling, right? And satellite launching, all that. And then autonomous planning, we have a telescope scheduling, and then we have analysis of the data, right? Astronomy, and then image guided surgeries could be done using AI in medicine area, and image analysis and enhancement. And then transportation, autonomous vehicle control, and pedestrian detection. And we have games. This is a game, ma? Padiya game la idu. Fine, next is chess, toys. Okay. So other application areas are the bioinformatics. So gene expression and text classification, video image classification, music composition, picture drawing, NLP, perception, all these are some of the application areas of AI. Apart from this, anything you can write, okay? And the next is, okay, now we'll, can we have 5 minutes of break? It is 11:30, we have till 1.5 hours. Okay, now it is in my system, it is 11:31, 11:40, can we join? Because this is an important concept. And once we are completing this, almost we'll be completing the first unit. Yes, can we have? I have to complete it 1.5 units.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, 10 minutes break, just 8 minutes more. I'll come and join. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, all of you come back. Somebody is waiting. So when we have the maximum people, just tell me, I'll take the attendance now. It was 2:45, I saw it, I think. Is it so? 2:48.
238.
Okay. இப்ப மேக்ஸிமம் ஆகும்போது சொல்லுங்கம்மா, சரியா? Able to see my screen? Yes. Able to see my screen? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is an agent? Is there no? Okay, fine. So when you say agent, it could be anything. The thing is, it has to perceive the environment through the sensors, and whatever information is gathering about, it has to act upon that. Okay, so perceiving is through the sensor, and making the action is through the actuators. Okay, so agent should run the cycle. What is the first cycle in the sense? It should be in the order, and it could be repeating, right? So perceiving, thinking, and acting. That's what I said. These three terms will be often used. So the agent, it could be whether it's a human agent. Okay. When you say human beings are the human agent, they have ears, eyes, and everything, right? They have sensory organs. Okay. And then they have hands, legs, and vocal tract, everything is there. So they will do the actions. Okay. So sensory organs, they sense, and the actuators, they perform the action. And robotic agent, they can have camera, right? They can have infrared rays for findings, and they can have sensors, and they have various motors will be there for making all these actions. Then we have the software agent. Keystroke, files, everything are the sensory input. Based on the input, you can have the display on the output on the screen. So here we have full of agents, cell phone, camera, everything that's becoming an agent. So before moving this, we have to know what it will be sensors, actuators, and effectors. The sensor is a device. So what it do is, it can detect the change in the environment, and it will send the information to other devices. So in whatever form we need, according to that device, we are supposed to send this sensed information. So an agent observes its environment through the sensors. Then actuators, they are the component of machines that converts this energy into motion. And motion is the movement, okay, the action they do. This is not only responsible for moving and controlling, but they can be an electric motor, gear, rails, etc. Then effectors, they are devices which affect the environment. They can be legs, wheels, arms, etc. Okay. So you should be knowing agent, be anything, perceive, think, and act. Human agent, robotic, and software agent, and you should know what are the different terms: sensor, actuators, and effectors. So you can see here the intelligent agents. So it is an autonomous entity. It can act upon the environment using sensors, and they have the actuators for achieving the goals. So it will learn from the environment to achieve the goals. Thermostat is an example here. And so for every wrong action, they have a negative reward. So there are some rules for this agent. Okay. So the first rule is, the agent must have the ability to perceive the environment. Second one is, the observation must be used to make decisions. Third, decision should result in action. That is what we say: perceive, think, and act. So the action taken by an AA agent must be a rational action. That is, it should do the right thing. Action can take place, it should be the right action. That is the fourth rule. So first one is under perceive. Second one is under thinking. That is thinking the same, making the decision. Third one is action. Okay, the three terms. And whatever action taken, it should be the right action. That is the fourth rule. And now we have this intelligent agent. Now this is your rational agent. So you have a clear preference, models uncertainty, and it will act in a way to maximize the performance, because rational is doing the correct thing. So it can measure the performance of all the actions. So it is to perform the right things. Okay, A is about creating rational agent to use for game theory, decision theory, for various real world scenarios. So when you work with the real world scenarios, your work should be right. Okay, so for an AI agent, the rational action is most important, because in the any learning algorithms, for best possible action, the agent should get some positive things. Okay, And rationality, the rationality of an agent is measured by its performance measure. So it is based on the following. One is performance measure, which defines the success, and then all agent prior knowledge of its environment, possible action that can agent perform, and the sequence of in which order it is pursuing. And the structure of the agent, the task of A is to design an agent program that is going to implement the agent function. Okay, and then the structure of an intelligent agent is the combination of architecture and the agent program. So when you say agent, combination of architecture and the program. So the three main terms involved. One is architecture, agent function, and agent program. So architecture means it's a machinery where we are going to execute it. And function is agent function is you can map the what you have perceived into the action. And then agent program, so it is how you are going to implement the agent function. Okay. And then how the agent program executes on the architecture to produce that function. And then we have this. Sorry. P is representation. P is for performance measure, E is for environment, A is for actuators, S is for sensors. Okay. So what is the performance measure? That is the objective for the success of the behavior, agent's behavior. So it is already made up of the AA agent or the rational agent. They can group their properties under this model. That is the P's representation model. Performance, environment, actuators and sensors. What are the different agent types? There are table-driven agents, simple reflex agent, agents with memory, agents with board, and utility-based agents. Okay, so we'll be seeing one by one. When it's table-driven, they have an action table. What could be the next action? Okay, we have the lookup table, and reflex means based on the condition. And they have some rule-based system. And with memory, they keep on tracking of the past states. Whatever they have learned, they'll keep it from that, they will act. And some they have set the goals, and based on the goal, they will act. And utility-based systems. All these are there. So we'll be seeing one by one. So let us suppose we have a self-driving car. How we are going to represent that piece? Okay, performance. When you take a car, okay, what performance you look for? ஒரு கார் வாங்கினா நம்ம என்னமா பார்ப்போம், அதோட பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்ப்போம். எஸ், என்ன ஃபீச்சரை பார்ப்போம் நம்ம கார் வாங்கணும்னா? பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பார்க்கும்போது ஆடிபிள் அம்மா, ஆடிபிள் அம்மா?
எஸ் மேம்.
ஸோ கார் வாங்கினா அது சேஃப்டியா இருக்குமா, டைம் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ், ஃபாஸ்டா டிரைவ் பண்ணுறது, லீகல் டிரைவ்,
மைலேஜ்,
இதெல்லாமே பார்ப்போம். அந்த பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் ஆஃப் தி கார். அது என்விரான்மெண்ட் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? ரோட்ல போகணும், அதர் வெஹிக்கிள்ஸை பார்க்கணும், ரோட் சைன்ஸை பார்க்கணும், பெடஸ்ட்ரியன் ட்ராக் பார்க்கணும். அந்த என்விரான்மெண்ட் எல்லாம் தான் இந்த ஒரு நம்மளோட கார் வந்து டிரைவ் ஆக போகுது, ரைட்? தென் தி ஆக்சுவேட்டர்ஸ் இஸ் நம்ம ஆக்சிலேட்டர், ஸ்டியரிங், பிரேக்கு, நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ற லெஃப்ட் ரைட் சிக்னல்ஸ் பார்க்கணும். இதெல்லாம் ஏர் பேக் பார்க்கணும். ஓகே, ஏர் பேக். ஓகே, தென் சென்சார்ஸ். she told. We have sensors, we have camera irukku, GPS irukku, speedometer, all those things are there. Okay, so this is how when you have an agent, you can have it as a piece representation. Some examples are given. See here, medical diagnosis ku enna performance paakrom, vacuum cleaner na enna performance, adu enna environment, adoda actuators enna, adoda sensors enna, ellame. So it's the example is given. Okay, and then agent environment in AI. So you can say an environment is everything in the world. It surrounds the agent, but it is not a part of an agent. It is surrounding the agent, but not a part. Okay, an environment can be described as a situation in which agent is observable or partially observable, and it could be static versus dynamic. So the environment where the agents live and they operate, and they provide the agent with something to sense and act upon it. So ஒரு environment na Agent should be able to sense and he should be able to act upon. And environment is always non-feministic. So what are the features of environment? So as per this Russell and Novak, an environment can have various features in the point of view of agent. Okay, it can be fully discrete or continuous, deterministic, stochastic, single agent, multi-agent, episodic and sequential, known versus unknown, and accessible versus inaccessible. So these are the features of the environment. So what is a fully observable versus partially? So if the agent sensor can sense or access the complete state of an environment at each point of time. So at this time, the agent sensor should be able to access the complete environment. That is fully observable. If it is not able to do that, then it is partially observable. Okay. So when it is fully observable, it is easy. So you need not maintain any internal state, or you need not keep track of the history. And when the agent doesn't have a sensors in all environments, then it is called as unobservable. So fully means completely at any time, at each point. Partially they're not able to complete it, they have some internal state, and when they're not able to do that, okay, when they don't have sensors to sense information, then it is unobservable. And deterministic versus stochastic. So when you are able to determine the agent current state and the selected action, then it is in the deterministic environment. Stochastic means it is random in nature. You cannot determine completely by the agent. And then episodic versus sequential. In the episodic means series of one-shot actions will be there. Okay, only the current percept is required for the action. What you are perceiving currently, that will be taken for the action. But in the sequential, they should have the memory of the past actions. Okay, in sequence means in order, one after the another. So you should know the past action so that you can determine the next best action. And single agent, multi-agent. If only one agent is involved in the environment, he could operate by himself, right? Then it is environment is single agent. When you have multiple agents, okay, when they are operating in the environment, then it is a multi-agent. Okay. So the designing the problems by the multi-agent environment is different from single agent environment. It is dynamic, but when it is able to change by itself, when an agent is deliberating, then that environment is dynamic. Otherwise, it is static. And static environment are easy to deal because it doesn't want to continuously look on this. It is predefined like that. And for the dynamic, agent need to keep looking at the world at each action. Keep on changing. So taxi driving is an example of dynamic environment, but the crossword puzzles are example of static. Okay. And next is discrete versus continuous. So when you have a finite number of percepts and actions, then it is, and when it is performed within it, then it is called discrete. Otherwise, it is called continuous. So chess game comes under discrete because it has got a final number of moves, but a self-driving is a continuous one. Known versus unknown. Unknown and known are not actually a feature of an environment, but it is an agent state of knowledge, whether this type of information is known to him already or unknown to him. Okay, so when they want to perform the action, and that is known as a known or unknown facts. So when it is in the known environment, the results for all actions are known to the agent. While in unknown environment, agent needs to learn how it works in order to perform an action. So quite possible that the known environment to be partially observable and unknown or fully observable. Then accessible and inaccessible. So when they are able to obtain complete and accurate information about the environment, then that environment is called as accessible. Otherwise, it is inaccessible. What is an accessible environment? A room with whose state can be defined by the temperature. But the information what is happening on the earth, it is inaccessible environment. These are the different types of AI agents. They are grouped into 5 different classes on the degree of perceived intelligence and capability. So all these agents can improve the performance and they can generate better action over the time. So these are given known as simple reflex agent, model based, goal based, utility based, and learning agent. So these are the different type of what we're saying is AI structure. AI, okay, now it is the types of AI agent. So we have seen who is an agent is, right? One is who is able to perceive, think, and act. How many are there, ma? Can I take the attendance?
251, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 minute. Still people are in the lobby. How do they know they have joined now? 1 minute, I'll take this attendance. Admitting few people. So next class, be on time. It is 10 o'clock. Just 5 minutes you can take to connect it, okay? Just one more to admit. 254 now. Am I right? One more.
257, ma'am, right now.
55, 57. Yeah, I'm admitting them. Okay, let me take it as such it is okay. Two 56 are there. One more in the lobby. I've admitted him. Okay, fine. They keep on coming till 1 o'clock. So we'll see the different types of agents one by one. First one is simple reflex agent. It's the simplest agent one, and he's going to take the decision based on the current percept and ignore the rest of the percept history. Whatever he had learned since previously, he will not worry about that. He will be taking into consideration what is his current percept. Okay, and these agents only succeed in the fully observable environment, and they doesn't consider any part of percept history during the decision and action process. They are going to work on condition action rule. It means it is going to map the current state to the action. And the room cleaning agent is there only, it's going to work when there is a dust in the room. Okay, and problem for the simple reflex agent is they have a limited intelligence and they don't have knowledge of non-perceptual parts of the current state. In the current state, what they have not perceived, they cannot work on it. Okay, they don't have knowledge about that. Mostly too big to generate and to store, and it is non-adaptive to changes in the environment because it is condition action, condition based. If the room is dirt, clean it. That's all. So it is a condition action. It cannot adapt to the environment. Okay, this is your simple reflex agent. Next one is your model based reflex agent. So it can work in a partially observable environment. They can track the situation. Okay, they got two important facts. One is the model and the other one is the internal state. So model in the sense knowledge about how the things are happening in the world. So it is model based agent. When you say internal state, so in the percept history, what is the current state? They are going to represent based on the percept history. That is the internal state. And they have the model which is knowledge of the world, and based on the model theory, they can perform the actions. Okay. So updating the agent state requires information if they want to update, because they are looking into the current state. Okay. So they have to know how the world evolves and what actions they can affect the world. Okay. So this is what the model based reflex agent, they based on the model and the internal state, and they have to take care of how the world evolves and how the agent actions affect the world. A goal based. So instead of this condition thing, they'll go for the goal. So the knowledge of the current state is not sufficient to decide for an agent to what to do, what action they have to take, though they have a goal. Okay, so agent need to know its goal, which describe the situations. And goal-based agent, they expand the capabilities of the model-based agent just by having the goal information. They don't have this condition information, but they have, instead of that, they have the goal information. So they choose an action so that they can achieve the goal. So all the actions are based on how to achieve this goal. Again, they have this. Okay, they should know about this, how the world evolves and what my actions will do. Okay, the next one is, this is your goal based. So instead of this condition action, if you put the goal there, then it is your goal based agent. The next one is utility. So instead of goal, if you have the utility, similar to goal based, provided an extra component of utility. Okay, so they are based not only on the goals but also the best way how to achieve the goals. So when you have multiple possible alternatives, you can go for this utility based agent, and they have to choose in order how to perform the best action. Okay, so what the world is like now, what it will be like if I do the action A. Okay, because it has to look into, right, how it is going to affect, how happy I will be in such a state, and what action I should do now. Okay, so this is the states in your utility based agents. So it is going to map each state to a real number. So how efficient, okay, and you also supposed to achieve the goal. The next one is learning agent, the last one. So the learning agent here is a type of agent which can learn from its past experience or based on its learning capabilities. So it has to act with the basic knowledge, and then it should be able to act and adopt automatically through the learning. It has got 4 conceptual components. One is learning element, critic, performance element, and problem generator. So what is learning element? It's responsible for making improvements by learning from the environment. How you can improve. Okay, so learn from the environment, make the improvements. That is the learning element. Then we have here, then the critic. Okay, critic is the learning element, takes feedback from the critic, and that is going to describe how well the agent is doing. Okay, with some performance standard. Okay, so they have a performance standard. Okay, so they have the critic. Okay, they get the feedback. The learning element will get the feedback because they know the performance standard. What is the performance element? It is responsible for selecting some external actions. Performance element. This is only going to perform the action. Then we have the problem generator. This is meant for suggesting actions so that you can have some new and informative experiences, because you are going to learn from the past. Okay, this is your learning agent. So what we have 5 different. One is simple reflex based on the current action, model based because we have how the world evolves, what will affect the world and all that, and then goal based. Instead of this condition, you have the goals, and utility instead of the goal, you have this utility, right? And then learning agent. So you have 4 components here: learning agent, critic, performance element, and problem generator. So going into a summary, agent will perceive and act in an environment. So he has got an architecture. So that will be implemented by an agent program. An ideal agent always chooses the action that always maximizes the expected performance, and then to give a percept sequence, whatever has been received so far. An autonomous agent, and they'll be using their own experience. Okay, they don't look into the built-in knowledge of the environment. An agent program maps for percept to action and updates its internal state. But it whatever it has performed, it will make it as a storage. And the reflect agents respond immediately because they look into the current condition. Goal based, in order to achieve the goal, what they are performing. Then utility based, maximize your utility function. And what is representing knowledge is important for all your successful agent design. How we are representing the knowledge. Some environments, they are more difficult for the agent than the others, and the most challenging environments are inaccessible, non-deterministic, non-episodic, dynamic, and continuous. So these environments are a challenging one. So with this, your first unit is almost over, right? And now I'll proceed into the second unit. This one. So the second unit, people are following? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute, I'll just make one simple call and come, okay? Just a minute. Okay. And this will be somewhat interesting, this unit. We'll be having some problems to work out, right? And then the problem solving by searching, right? What are the problem solving agent? So it is a goal based agent, and they have to find some sequence of actions so that they can go to the desirable states. And here the algorithm are uninformed, they know nothing about it. Okay, so no extra information about the problem, only the definition of the problem will be given, no other extra information, and no rules will be given. Okay, and then this is your goal based agent. This is what we saw right now, right? The goal based agent, and they have a goal. So to achieve the goal, what they are supposed to do. Okay, and here this is in algorithm here, right? See, the first one is the percept. Okay, and initially the action will be empty. Okay, and then they will have the status, some description of the current world, and then initially the goal will be null, and some problem formulations will be there. Okay, so
Sorry
if
to
the
interrupt.
sequence,
The screen in the full screen mode, ma'am, please.
okay, just a minute, full screen now. 1 minute. Is it okay? Yeah. Yes, answer me, ma. Able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it okay? Said okay. So always we have to update the state based on the percept, okay, and what is the current state. Okay, if the sequence is empty, then the goal, you have to formulate the goal. Nothing was given, right? You have to formulate based on the state, and then you have to formulate the problem based on what is your goal, what is your current status, and you have to search. Okay, the action will be some recommendations. Do this way, do that way, right? And the sequence will be the remainder. So just this is an algorithm like thing. Okay, not that. So what is that goal based agent? That is the problem environment will be static. Plan will be the same. Okay, observable, they know what is the initial status. Okay, and then they have number of choices. Okay, they can enumerate the choice, that is discrete, and they can plan a sequence of actions. Okay, so that they can lead to an intermediate state, from one state to the next state. Okay, that is between the initial state and the goal, whatever states you are moving is your intermediate state. So without knowing anything, with the eyes closed, the agent carries out its plan. Okay, so we have a well-defined problems and the solutions. So you should have an initial state. When some actions are taking place, what will be the successor function, and then goal state, and what will be the path cast. So a problem should have all these things. That is a well-defined problem. The example is a water bottle. Just a minute. Just a minute. Sorry for the inconvenience. No, it's an urgent call. Now we are going to work on it. So the problem here is, and I'll give the answer later, right? So the problem is, you have a 4 gallon. So instead of gallon, you can take it as a liter. Okay, you have a 4 liter bucket and a 3 liter bucket. With these two, you have to measure a 2 liter. That should be in one bucket. Okay, so there are no marking. Okay, the thing, one condition, there is no marking in the bucket. The other one is you must fill each bucket completely. If you are taking water, the bucket has to be completed. Okay, so with this condition, let me see who is telling the answer. How you are going to measure 2 liter of water in one bucket. Okay, given is 4 and 3 liter buckets. Just try. Just I'll give you 2 minutes time. That is the question seen. You can take that. Anybody could answer.
Ma'am, first we can fill the 3-gallon bucket and we can pour that in 4-gallon bucket. And after then we can fill the 3-gallon bucket and we can fill the 4-gallon bucket and 3-gallon bucket will have to.
Yes. We should have an initial state, goal state, and a path. Yes. With this, we have to start with. Anybody could try? Yes? Or anyone? Okay, next is, because you should have an action and successor function. So like the steps you have to take into. Anyone? Like, go to the next one. Yeah. Water pouring problem has got these solutions. Go through this whether you are able to understand. Anybody? The solution is given here. Possible solutions. Yeah. When you take water, it has to be, the thing has to be filled. Somebody said we have found out the solution. Is a solution is there in one of this? Yes. Okay. One side I'll explain it. So initially, both are empty. Both the buckets, 4 liter and 3 liter. Let us take 4 liter and 3 liter. Okay. And now I am pouring it into 3. Let us take this. Okay, one bucket I have filled. Which bucket it is? It is 3 liter bucket. The other one 4 liter is empty. And now what I can do is I can transfer this. What to say? Transfer this. That is, the 3 liter bucket water has been transferred to 4 liter bucket water. Okay. And now again I am filling it. Again I am filling the 3 liter bucket. Okay. Again I am filling it. What I can do is, now take this 3 liter and complete filling this. It means already in the 4 liter bucket, 3 liter is already filled. Only 1 liter can be filled. So when I use this, from the 3, I can pour only 1 liter and the remaining will be 2 liter. Now I can empty this. And now in one of the bucket, we have the 2 liter. சரியா? First 3 liter bucket la ஊத்திடுறமா, அதை எடுத்து 4 liter la மாத்துறேன். Okay. Then again I am filling the 3 liter bucket. அப்ப ரெண்டு bucketலயும் 3 liter தான் இருக்கு. What I am doing, the 3 liter bucket எடுத்து 4 liter la ஊத்துறேன். Already 3 இருக்கு. One more I am filling, balance 2 will be there. And the 4 liter நான் empty பண்ணிடுறேன். ஒரே ஒரு bucketல I have 2 liter. You try with the other possible solutions இங்க. வேற ஏதாவது try பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம். இதை try பண்ணுங்க. 4 liter bucket fill பண்றேன். அதை எடுத்து I am taking that, I am transferring it to 3 liter bucket.
3 liter bucket.
Okay. அப்புறம் அந்த 3 liter empty பண்ணிடுறோம். அதை என்ன பண்றோம், இந்த 4 literல இருக்கிறத 3 literக்கு மாத்துறோம். திரும்ப 4 liter நம்ம fill பண்றோம். ஸோ இதுல 4 இருக்கு, இதுல 1 இருக்கு. இப்போ இதை எடுத்து நான் fill பண்ணா இந்த 1 வந்து 3 தான் fill பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ இதுல இருந்து 2 fill ஆயிடும். ஸோ 1ல 2 இருக்கும், இன்னொன்னுல 3 இருக்கும். நாம I'm going to empty this 3. So different possible solutions are there. Yes. So this is your water pouring problem. And then how many of you know this 8 puzzle? குட்டி வயசுல விளையாடி இருக்கோமே நம்ம. You can move left, right, up and down. Okay. So initial the state is 8 tiles will be there and the location of the blank tile. மொத்தமே வந்து 8 இருக்கும், 1 வந்து blank tile இருக்கும். Okay. Next move எப்படி போலாம்னா, you can move left, right. So when you want to move na 6ல move பண்ணா left தான் move பண்ண முடியும். 5 na right தான். 2 na down, 3 na up. So these 4 moves are there. And what is the final step? ஏதாவது only one thing you can move. Okay. What is the final thing? The goal is the number should be in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one empty. Okay. So this will be according to the move. Understood? Yes. Shall I proceed? Yes. Ma, answer me yes or no whether I am out of connection. Really, mic on la iruke. Yes. Tell me, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. குட்டி வயசுல விளையாடுற கேம் தானே. This is 8 puzzle. So what are the different possibilities? எத்தனை states possible னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. சரியா? And then 8 queen problem. How many of you know this 8 queen problem? நம்ம இதுல கூட வரோம். Design and analysis of algorithm ஒரு பேப்பர் இருக்கு. அதுலயும் வரும் இது. What is the rule, ma? Queen எப்படி போலாம்? Sideward, forward, diagonal எல்லா வழியும் போலாம்ல queen. செஸ் விளையாடுறவங்களுக்கு தெரியுமே. And the chess board la 8 into 8 correct? 64 boxes will be there. So chess board la. Okay. So you have to place all the 8 queens in 8 different positions of each row so that no queen should attack other queen. Adha. Understood the problem? Understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. என்னமா problem இது? Chess board la you have to place 8 queens. நீங்க பாருங்க 8 ரோஸ்லயும் queen இருக்கும், 8 columnsலயும் queen இருக்கு. கரெக்ட்டா? Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
எல்லா ரோலயும் இருக்கும், column wise பார்த்தா எல்லா columnலயும் இருக்கும். கரெக்ட்டா? நம்ம queen எப்படி நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ண யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா இருந்தாலும் ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ணோம். அது சைட்வர்டும் ஃபார்வர்டும் போகும், பேக்வர்டும் போகும், டயகனலாவும் போகும்.
Yes, ma'am.
சரியா? எல்லா டைரக்ஷனும் யூஸ் பண்ற ஒரே இது வந்து queen தான். So you have to place 8 queens, 8 ரோலையும் 8 காலம்ல இருக்கணும். சரியா? It should not strike each other. So இந்த queen எடுங்க பாப்போம். இந்த சைடுல யாரையுமே அடிக்க முடியாது, இங்க யாரையும் அடிக்க முடியாது, ஃபார்வர்ட்லயும் யாரையும் அடிக்க முடியாது, இந்த டயகனலாவும் இந்த டயகனலாவும் யாரையும் அடிக்க முடியாது. அந்த மாதிரி 8 queens எடுக்கணும். அதே மாதிரி டேக் திஸ் queen, சைட்வர்ட்ல யாரையும் அடிக்க முடியாது, பேக்வர்ட் ஃபார்வர்ட் யாரையுமே அடிக்க முடியாது, இந்த டயகனல் பாருங்க யாரையுமே அடிக்க முடியாது, அதே மாதிரி இந்த டயகனல். ஸோ இன் திஸ் வே யூ ஹேவ் டு பிளேஸ் ஆல் த 8 queens. இதுதான் 8 queen ப்ராப்ளம். ஓகே. So this is you should have a state, initial state இருக்கணும், successor function, goal state. இந்த மூணுத்தையும் வச்சு நம்ம எழுதணும். So எத்தனை possibilities are there நம்ம மூவ் பண்றது அது கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. சரியா? We have 2057 sequences. Okay. And jug fill, black and white marbles, இதெல்லாமே வந்து some other examples. Okay, the map planning. Okay, different places are there. Okay, initial state you will be that Arad, இங்க இருப்பீங்க, Aradல இருப்பீங்க, and you have to move into Bucharest. Okay, வே Aradல இருந்து Bucharest போகணும். So what are the different possibilities? What could be the successor function? அங்க இருந்து next எங்க போவீங்க? When you consider the path cost னா எது கம்மி ரேட்ல இருக்கோ கம்மியா சார்ஜ் ஆகுமோ அந்த வழியா போகணும். That could be the solution. ஓகேவா? நீங்க கிலோமீட்டர் ரேஞ்சஸ் எடுத்துக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா காஸ்ட் எடுத்துக்கலாம், இல்லை டைம் எடுத்துக்கலாம். This is a map planning. Okay, examples. Okay, then this is for searching for solutions. So in the search algorithm you can classify into uninformed and informed. Okay, so uninformed you have so many things. One is breadth first search, uniform cost, depth first search, depth limited search, iterative deepening search, bidirectional search. இது எல்லாமே all these comes and blindly you are going to do it. In that வந்து you have the informed search. We have best first search and A star algorithm. Okay ma? So this is your searching algorithm, informed and uninformed. So what are the properties here for the search algorithms? 4 essential properties will be there for the search algorithm in order to find the efficiency, how far they perform, right? And then one is completeness, optimality, time complexity, and space complexity. Okay, completeness in the sense the algorithm will be complete if it guarantees to return a solution. At least any solution exists for any random. என்ன ஒரு input கொடுத்தாலும் it could give a solution. That is called as completeness. Then optimality in the sense if the solution found for an algorithm is guaranteed to be the best solution. Okay, among all other solutions, then that is called as the optimal solutions. A problem can have
Screen
many
is not visible, ma'am. Screen is not visible, ma'am.
Screen not visible. நான் next தான மூவ் பண்ணேன். Only for you, for all others.
Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Visible. உங்களோட நெட்வொர்க் செக் பண்ணுங்கம்மா. Visible தானமா? Because I didn't move anything. Just இது the next slide தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கேன் நானு. திரும்ப வெளியில போய் திரும்ப ஜாயின் பண்ணி பாருங்கம்மா. சரியா? So this is the optimality. இப்போ ஒரு சிட்டில from one city if you want to move to the other city and you have to find which is the lowest cost or the path, the distance or the time. Okay, that is called as optimal solution. Then time, how much time it is taken to complete the task. And space is how much memory it requires. That is the space complexity. Okay, maximum storage utilized. So these are the 4 properties for your search algorithm. So these are the different types of searches. So based on the search problems, it is uninformed, that is a blind search, and the other one is informed search, that is heuristic search. So first we look into this uninformed. So it is a general purpose search algorithm. It is going to operate in a brute force way, right? Uninformed search algorithm do not have additional information. Okay, they blindly, what they have to do is they don't have any information about the state or the space or how to traverse. So blindly they have to do it. So these are the various types. That is what we have seen. We'll be seeing one by one. First one is BFS. most common search for traversing a tree or a graph. And breadthwise in a tree or a graph, it is also moving, searching breadthwise. So it is called as breadth first search. And here it starts searching from the root node. Okay, and it has to expand to the successor. Okay, and it has to expand all the successor of the current level before moving the node to the next level. The example you can understand. So it is an example of general graph search algorithm. So it is going to follow the FIFO-Q data structure. And advantages, to provide a solution if any of the solution exists. So if there are more than one solution, it will provide the minimal solutions. That is least number of steps. Disadvantage, requires a lot of memory. Okay, because each level has to be maintained. Okay. It needs a lot of time. If the goal node, the root node is far away, right? Take this example, traversing using breadth first search. So you can, starting with the S is the start. Okay, that is level 0. The next level is level 1. We have A and B. How do you go traverse? We have to traverse each level. Okay, breadthwise. So we have to first start with the level 0 S, then go to the next level. Okay, next level, that is A and B. Simultaneously you follow this. Okay, let me see my arrow. Okay, the next is AB. Go to the next level, C, D, G, H. Go to the next level, E, F, I, and the final is K. This is here breadth first search, and we have some formulas for calculating this time complexity, right? So it is given as, I think there are terms. Okay, that is. What is it? Anybody learned this time and complexity of the algorithm? Theta. So it has to tell all this, whether it is complete, okay, whether the goal has been reached, and then what is the optimality, all these things. Okay, சரி நான் லேட்டாக தான் ஆல் 45 தான் கரெக்டாக சரி ஓகே சரி சரி ஓகே. Okay, this is your breadth first search. Next is depth first search. So you have to go to the depth, the final leaf node. From there you have to backtrack. Okay, so it is a recursive algorithm for traversing a tree or a graph structure. It is called DFS because it starts from the root node and it follows each path greatest depth before moving to the next path. Okay, it is going to use a stack data structure. Okay, this is similar to this, but there you are going to move breadthwise. Here depthwise you are going to use. Here advantage is less memory is being used. It only takes less time to reach the goal node than your BFS. Disadvantage, it may many states can be there for recurrent because we are backtracking, no. So you have to go deep down searching. So you can see here. For example, let us see the goal. The node which you are supposed to reach is G. So you have to start with S. Go to A. You have to go till the depth. Last depth is D in this path. So S to A to B, B to D. Okay, and then from D, the next parallel depth is, because when B is parent, we have one more thing, that is E. Okay, after traversing E, backtrack, you have to go to the parent level, that is C, and then C or the left child, right child than G. So move to G. So you are looking into the, you have to complete all the depth level. So you have achieved, you have reached the goal G. This is your DFS, depth. If it is breadth, how will you do? S, next level AH, next level BCIJ, next level DE, G is the goal node. Okay, that is how we have the breadth first search. This is your depth. Till the leaf node you are supposed to go. You have to complete all this depth. So we have got this. What is that? By backtracking, we have reached the goal. Next is depth limited search. So it is similar to depth first search, but they have some predetermined limit. Okay, so whatever drawback we have in the infinite path, we can have a limitations and we can have this. Okay, the node at the depth limit will treat as it has no successor nodes. Okay, two conditions will be there when there is a failure, when standard failure cutoff will be there, or else we have the cutoff failure. Both two conditions will be there. You can terminate the search. Advantage, it is memory efficient. Disadvantage, incompleteness. Okay, you cannot even have an optimal path. So you can see the depth. What is depth? We have to go to depth, and it is limited. So here it is limited to the level 2. So you have to search the level 0, 1 and 2, and you need not go to level 3. So this is a limit. Okay, from S to A you have to reach the C, right? That is a depth. From C you have to go to D. Okay, and from D you have to go to the previous parent. Okay, and then B, then I and J. Okay, that is the depth. And uniform cost search algorithm. So it is a searching algorithm. It is meant for traversing a weighted tree or a graph. Some weightage will be given for the path. So it could be from reaching from one city to another city. The cost, the time, or the distance could be given. Okay. So whenever different cost is available for each edge, you can go for this. The primary goal is uniform cost search. You have to find the path to the goal which has the lowest cost. From the source to the destination, what could be the lowest cost? And it is according to the path only, path cost only you are supposed to move. You are going to use a priority queue here. Advantages, it is optimal. Okay, we can go for the least cost. Disadvantage, it doesn't care about the number of steps involved here, only concerned about path. Okay, sometimes you may get stuck in this infinite loop. So this is a uniform cost. How we are going to reach this easily? The goal is reaching G. Okay. So you're going to look into the weightage. Okay. You have to reach G. So from S, I can see the cost. Let us take this the cost given 1 and 4. Which is the lowest cost? 2. Sorry, 1 is the lowest cost. So you have to choose that path from S to A. Now I'm there in A. I have to choose the less cost. Which is less, 3 or 2? 2 is the less cost. Okay. So I move from A to D. And from D you can reach G. Okay. So this is with the lowest cost. You are reaching D goal node. Okay. Then iterative deepening depth first search. So it is a combination of both the BFS and DFS, and it is going to find out the best depth limit. Okay, and it is going to perform DFS search to certain limit, and then it will increase the depth limit after each iteration until the goal node is found. You can see the example here. Look at this. This is a graph taken. Okay, this is the graph iterative deepening DFS. Level 0 is A, right? Then your first iteration. Go to the next. So you go to the depth, next depth, and then follow the BFS. So I start with A, and then go to the depth, follow this. This is one traversal. Okay, and then I go from A. I have B. Otherwise, I'll go to D, next depth, and BFS. So I have reached the goal. Okay, so this is how you can have it. You can see here A, B, C. Next you have A. I reached B, and after reaching B, and then go to the next level, depth first. So D, E, F. Okay, D, E, and then sorry, next that level we have not completed. So go to C, and then F and G. Okay, so what could be the other iteration here? A, I go to the next depth, I go to the next depth, I go to the final depth, and then I have to complete H and I. This I can complete, and coming here I have to complete D and E, okay, this level, and then go to B. E after I have to go to already completed B, no? Then go to C, F and G. Sorry, F, go to the depth, and then come back, trace back, and come to G. And I think this is the last algorithm, bidirectional. I think after this, we'll stop it here. Okay, next is bidirectional search algorithm. So it is going to run two simultaneous searches. One will start from the source node and the other will start from the destination. Okay, one from the initial state, forward search, and one from the goal node, that is the backward. So this is here bidirectional, and it is replace one signal search graph into two smart. One graph will be divided into two as a subgraphs. Okay, one will start the search from the initial vertex, one will start from the goal vertex. Okay, you see here, one will be from the root, okay, the other will be from the goal node, okay, in the backward direction. And when the two searches meet, then there the algorithm will terminate. So here in the traversing, both will be meeting at 9, that is the intersection node. So in that case, the algorithm will terminate. So this is your bidirectional search. Okay, you cannot have it as a separate two separate graphs, but there should be one which is connecting both the graphs. That is your bidirectional search graph. Okay, so what are the things we have seen? Again, if you have any clarification, we will see in the next class. Okay, so we have uninformed search algorithm. All this is BFS, DFS, depth limited, iterated deepening, uniform cost, and bidirectional. All this comes under uninformed search, that is some sort of blind search. Okay. Yes, anything is needed? As I said, just a minute. So this is your uninformed search algorithm. Which one you find it little difficult? Iterative deepening. Okay, shall we look that once again? Or is it okay? And I'll stop my presentation here. Yeah, only 243 are there. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow's class we'll be looking into one more nearly 1.5 units. So my goal is at least 1.5 units I have to give. And the chat. Why people are given their numbers? Is it for the attendance sake? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Coming at 12:47 giving the attendance? Who is that? And next class, tomorrow's class, by 10 o'clock, everybody should be there. And you should be on time, and that initial attendance will be considered, okay? Because people keep on joining. At least for 10 minutes time I could give so that people can join. Don't take as it granted. Because when I'm taking attendance, it is monitored along with the timings. Waiting in the lobby and all this. No, you cannot take as granted. At any time you can join the meet. It's not that. Any guest can, the official, they can come and see whether the classes are going on in the online. Okay. Any queries we have? Any queries you have?
Ma'am, kindly suggest any reference book, ma'am.
Ma, syllabus க்கு கீழேயே கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க அம்மா ரெஃபரன்ஸ் புக். Any subject they have, you can see here, recommended text and reference. Referred, I tried to refer, but I'm not able to get it. So I have got it from the net. See, you have the syllabus with you? We have the syllabus with you? Yes or no?
No,
Kindly
ma'am.
answer me. No. So along with the syllabus, I'll send you the content. As I said, I don't want a group of people sending me the mail. 1 or 2 is enough, maximum 2. Okay, so you can share among this. I've given my WhatsApp number and my mail ID. Yes, 2 of you can send me a message and make a request, because my inbox is completely full. I'm out of storage because of the main project. People are sending me documents. I have only limited storage. So many things has been stored. Even I have my personal things to be stored, right? Yes, is it okay? Answer me.
Sure, ma'am.
Huh?
Sure, ma'am.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 or 2 people kindly send me, and don't be in a hurry of sending now itself, ma'am, because I have exam duty. I'll be moving right now. Okay, fine. Any other queries? I'll be sending the notes, ma. If not, test stretch all the 5 units. I'll try to send what has been at least completed. Okay, and because I stopped sharing. Okay, so I'm looking into the syllabus, and they have given some recommended text and the reference books. Try to get the e-books and try to find out the answers for that. Okay.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Any other queries you have? Kindly attend the class. At least something, just by discussing some information, you'll be getting it, and you will find some interest without knowing what is there in as a content in the syllabus. Okay, you won't find interest in learning just for whether we can collect second sem books during weekend. I don't know whether it is open. Refer, ask someone who was collected earlier, or you have to find out, call the university and ask her whether you can collect the books during weekend. People always feel comfortable, no? Everything should be in your comfortable zone. Huh? And only when the university, you cannot ask them to be opened on weekend. The thing is, you have to go and meet their, right? So you have to adjust your work, get permission or something like that. Go and get it. I don't know whether they are giving this. Is there any attendance link? Yes, I have taken the attendance. No, it is there in the Meet. Google Meet, we can have only limited people, but in this Team Meet, you can have more number of people, and I have taken attendance. Those who are there at that time will be given attendance. Subject code, you are learning, you should be knowing it, Kavya. I'm not given the subject, I'm given only the subject title as artificial intelligence. So when people are joining, whoever you might be, it is outside, right? As a student, refer to the website, look into the subjects, what are the subjects you're going to learn, and what are the subject codes for that and all that. Okay, what's the need of the subject code? Subject name, you know it. Only while writing the examination, you are supposed to use your subject code, and nowhere else. Why do you worry about the subject code? Yes. Shall we wind up? You cannot wait in the lobby at the last minute, ma. Last 5 minutes. Old question paper, you have to ask a. See, we were guest lecturers. We are not a regular staffs there. Okay. I'll try to find out whether I have any question, because it is from other people only. When I'm taking the next subject for them, I'll ask them whether they got any question papers. I'll see through it. Kindly see the website, university website, for all your queries. Or you have a coordinator there. Yes.
When will be the semester?
Semester. See how the practical exams are going on. 3 days of practical class and 4th day is your examination. Similar way can be conducted after 3 days of 1 week of classes, because this is weekend classes. Just now I told I'm working in other institutions, right? Not in the IDE. We handle classes as guest lectures there. That's it. All the informations, all the queries, you can look into the website or you can ask. You have IDE coordinator is there, Dr. Sashikala. You can call and you can know the informations. Okay. And you have examination section. When is the semester? You have IDE examination section. You can ask them. Okay. I'm not aware of it. We'll be given only the papers and the schedule will be given to us. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Shall we leave the meet?
How the attendance is being taken, ma'am?
Enama?
How the attendance are being taken?
Yes. அப்ப நீங்க மீட் இல்லையோ? I'm sorry.
Initially, joining late, ma'am. Due to some work, I had some work, so I joined late. I didn't give my attendance actually.
See, attendance I can. It's not a manual attendance, ma. Team meetலயே I can attendance எடுக்கிற ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? அத download the attendance list அப்படின்னு வந்துரும். We don't have separate link and all that. Ma, நிறைய queries I cannot answer. I have a work, right? I'm leaving the meet. And the thing is, I asked any 2 people to give you a mail ID so that I can send the notes. Okay? Okay, leave the meet, ma. Leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tomorrow be on time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, tomorrow be
Thank
on
you,
time
ma'am.
at 8 o'clock. Okay?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Kindly leave the meet. You should not be in this meet.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.